Namaskar, hello, and a very warm welcome to day 4 of our online training going on online financial security. My name is Tanvi Khurrana. Let me tell you that this entire online training is in collaboration with CIET NCERT and ISEA CDAC. You're watching us on eVidya channel number 6 to channel number 12, and so far in this training we have discussed multiple things. For example, online banking and secured practices, investment scams, loan apps and security, and also digital wallets and mobile payment security, online gaming frauds. There have been multiple questions, multiple queries that have been raised by all of you, all the viewers from various experts of ours. And we have tried to answer all those queries in this program itself. If there's anything left, we will try and take up those questions for sure in this particular program. And still, if we are unable to take those questions, you can always mail it to us on our email ID, which is training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in. We'll be answering your questions for sure. If not in this tenure of this program, then later on as well. You can simply call us with your queries on our number, which is 8800440559, and our YouTube channel is NCERT Official. In the live chat box, write down your questions, your queries, and share them with us. Like I said, today is day 4, and our day 4's specific topic is digital financial transactions in the era of artificial intelligence, which is commonly known as AI. So raise your questions regarding this topic, and for any queries, we are always here, and with me there is an expert. Let me please introduce you to my today's expert, and she is Professor Valli Kumari Vatsavai. Ma'am, a very warm welcome to you. Ma'am is a professor from Andhra University, and she is also the co-chief investigator from ISEA project that is from the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India. So we are very proud to have ma'am as an expert in our today's program. And before we begin this program, let me just tell you a little bit about this training. You can participate in this training, you can register yourself in this training towards the end of the program. I'll be explaining you each and every method, and there'll be a quiz link which will be given to you at the end of our 5-day training, which will be tomorrow, that is 4th of August. Once we'll be done with our program, a quiz link will be released and you will get enough time to take that quiz. If you score more than 70%, then you will be awarded the participation certificate for sure. Please allow us 30-day time for preparation of those certificates. So have some patience and keep on watching these programs. If you have not watched the earlier programs, then do watch them on NCERT Official. That is our YouTube channel. So let's begin this discussion of ours on the topic digital financial transactions in the era of artificial intelligence. Just one more information for me to give it to you, that is, we are extremely proud of the fact that India assumed G20 presidency and would convene the G20 Leaders Summit for the first time in the country this year, that is 2023. A nation deeply committed to democracy and multilateralism, India's G20 presidency would be a watershed moment in her history, as it seeks to play an important role by finding global pragmatic solutions for the well-being of all, and in doing so manifest its true spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or should I say the world is one family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam also translates to one earth, one family, one future, and that is exactly the theme of this year's India's G20 presidency. Let's begin this conversation. I would like to ask ma'am, what do we have in store for all our viewers? What is it that we are going to discuss in this particular program? Ma'am, can you hear me? Professor Valli Kumari, ma'am, can you hear me? There's some technical glitch we are facing, but ma'am is going to join us very, very soon, and we'll be discussing about digital financial transactions in the era of artificial intelligence. Well, we all know that we all have easy access to internet these days. We use the digital money, we use everything from various social media platforms to e-wallets, everything we use these days. But artificial intelligence is a new phenomena that everyone is facing these days. So there are a little doubts, a little queries regarding this topic. And once we begin this conversation, you will be cleared with all your doubts, all your queries. And the problem will be solved very, very soon. These digital transactions could be safe, could be a little unsafe. There could be a lot of things. We need clarification for sure, but for that you have to raise your questions. The questions can be sent through one email ID, that is training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in. Now, regarding this training, let me just tell you a little bit. It started on 31st of July, that was a Monday, and till 4th of August, it will go on. That is tomorrow. It's a 5-day training and it's a very important one. Like I said, there is a technical glitch. We are waiting for our expert to be back and to present her presentation. But before that, let's just take a short break and we'll come back. Yes, till then, please keep on sharing your questions. I'm Tanvi Khurana. Stay here, keep on watching eVidya channels. Thank you so much. Namaskar. Namaskar. Once again, we are here with the day 4 of our topic, that is digital financial transactions in the era of artificial intelligence, under the theme online financial security. Like I said, we were facing a technical glitch, but we are back with our expert, and my expert is Professor Valli Kumari Vatsavai. So let me request, ma'am, without further ado, ma'am, what is it that we are going to understand regarding this topic?
Yes. Namaskar everyone. So India has experienced a significant growth, as all of you know, in the area of digital financial transactions and the adoption of AI practices in the financial sector, be it banking, be it taxation, be it government revenue related activities. We have seen tremendous growth in the adoption of digital payments and uh, providing AI based services. So, I wish to walk you through all regarding how this processing is being done, what are the current trends, in particular the Indian context, and then about the privacy and security issues that we need to take care of, and a bit of case studies like how online payments uh, for ticket booking or related activities are normally performed. So these are the things I wish to talk about uh, in the provided time. Sure. So thank you. Uh, so this is the agenda that which I just discussed about. India being a developed country encourages innovation, and we have seen tremendous growth in the digital payments. Though the regulatory and operational complexity still persist, but we have been quite successful over the past 4 to 5 years in making a mind shift uh, of the common people from making manual money payments to digital payments. As you can see, even the street vendors, the vegetable vendors, uh, talk about any common man, even he is able to make use of phone pay or Google Pay kind of a digital transaction. So there is a tremendous growth in the number of transactions. And it is said that the digital transactions they are expected to surpass the cash transactions by 2023. Means the number of manual payments that we do, exchange currency notes, will be surpassed by the digital transactions. So most of us will perform more number of digital transactions than making uh, notes exchange. And this demand has created the need for a new ecosystem for digital payments. So you have seen many apps are rolling out every now and then. Quite a number of banks are adopting digital payments, and lot of apps from each of these banks are being rolled out. And in addition to these banks and digital payment related apps, we have a lot of fintech firms which are joining this force and are trying to innovate new and new methods to make people's lives better, comfortable, to make banks' lives much better, reducing their processing time, reducing their money, thus reducing the burden on the common person. So we are all aware of online shopping. This has been there since over a decade, and the pandemic, the COVID pandemic, it has led lockdowns, and that lockdown emerged as a blessing in disguise for India's e-commerce sector. People started buying goods online. People started adopting this new type of a transaction. Until then, only educated and the employed people used to make use of online shopping. But ever since the COVID pandemic broke down, even common people and housewives and old people, everyone started adopting this technology. People are also now comfortable with contactless payments. So it allows people to avoid contact with other machines besides the credit or debit cards. They can just show the card off to the machine and the money transfer happens. We have seen digital wallets backed by the digitalization of kirana stores across the country and the rising demand of contactless payments. Digital wallets have made inroads in the offline retail segment. We are also seeing QR code based payments, though it was first created in 1994 for the Japanese automotive industry. Only over the last one decade, QR code started showing off in the payment industry as well. And now every merchant in the street is also making use of QR code in addition to the malls and other shops. Now people are also uh, getting comfortable in making payments using the wearable devices. Even using smartwatches, people started uh, making the digital transactions. The recent study of Ernst and Young and Chirate, their report says over the next one decade, over the next 10 years or so, a record 10 times growth in India's fintech market is expected, and around $1 trillion will be generated in OM. OM means assets under management, and about $200 billion in revenues is expected. You can see with this tremendous growth in the number of digital transactions in India, even nook and corner villages started paying online. So automatically, businesses started looking into this potential. Lot of information, lot of data, people directly making interaction with the device or the software to make payment. And we see a lot of unicorns in the sense uh, small companies which were started recently and made a business of $1 billion. So as you can see, since 2018 till 2022, a lot of unicorns have cropped up, thus creating employment, easing the life of consumer, and making paperless payments. Okay, so everything is being brought online. So 2018 we saw Paytm, then Razorpay in 2019, and you can see the others have followed. There are lot many more Soonicorns in India. While when unicorns are the companies which have already made $1 billion business, these are about to make almost reaching $1 billion business. So we have so many financial transaction related companies cropping up, and these are just the Indian companies. I have not touched any abroad company. And this shows how much potential, how much business, or how much focus is on this particular industry. So there are a wide variety of payments or digital transactions happening through a wallet like Phone Pay, Paytm, Google Pay, Amazon Pay, or prepaid cards, or bill payments using Billdex and Credit, or QR code payments using Bharat Pay, or payment aggregators like PayU or Billdesk or CC Avenue and so on. or point of sale, like the devices that where we swipe our credit and debit cards in the shopping malls, like Reliance and More and Spencer's. Okay, you see some devices. So these are the companies that offer the point of sale devices. Then there are business related cards, B2B cards, invoice payments. Then we have payment gateways, card networks. NPCI is the one which was brought in by our government. So in addition to Visa and MasterCards, then we have a lot of APIs which people are making use of for transfer. Then we have some payment security related companies. So these are different companies, products which we are using in day to day digital transactions. I've just gone through the RBI payments vision document released in 2022, and the document of Reserve Bank of India says over 26 crore digital payment transactions are processed daily by our payment systems, of which UPI system itself processes more than two-thirds. So just imagine, through UPI, two-thirds of 26 crore payment transactions every day is being done. Now, AI. What will AI or what has AI to do with these digital transactions? Artificial intelligence is like you want the machine to learn and then predict or analyze or give us some suggestions or feedback. Normally, the experts go through the data and then identify some frauds or identify some interesting patterns or identify or decide whether somebody can be given loan or not, looking at his credit debit data. But now no human intervention is required. The AI model, that machine which is equipped with the AI algorithms, can go through the data and decide whether the person can be given loan or not, or whether any fraudulent activity is happening in the records. AI can dramatically improve banks' performance in 6 key areas: reducing human intervention, detection and prevention of fraud, highly personalized products. So you'll not be displayed with everything that the bank has. The AI model will identify your interests and those areas which you are most interested in, and you'll be showed only those services and features. So you don't have to search for your choices among all the possibilities that exist. You'll be given the right choice, the set of products from where you can directly uh, choose on your own. Predictive insights, they'll look deep into the data and come out with some interesting patterns, like how frequently a customer is taking loan, how frequently a customer is buying goods from so and so vendor, how much amount is spent on purchasing particular type of goods. Lot of insights can be gained through the data. Similarly, to corporates, to the AI models can offer a lot of solutions, which I'll discuss a few. Identifying data quality by blind spots, so where the lacunae are, so these can be uh, done by the AI programs. Like for example, when you want to pay a challan or when you want to fill a form, you go to one bank, SBI, the form will be different. You go to Union Bank, the form will be different. You go to Karur Vaisya, the form will be different. Punjab Bank, the form will be different. So what the AI product can do is bring all the forms. So though the forms are different, they can bring a baseline form automatically, like one of these products called Pelican has done. What did it do? It took different forms for payment and generated automatically a common form. It could also identify like Indian bank codes. Okay, it's written as IFSC, but Australian code is written as BSP. Even then, it is able to find out using natural language processing of artificial intelligence and bring all the parameters so that they are readable and they are processable. In addition to this, misplaced payment details are they are also uh, somehow corrected. What is the advantage? Now, when Pelican like company is providing this solution to a bank, it is said in the reports that the bank achieved more than 80% reduction in payment processing costs. And it has increased the capacity by 250% without an increase in resources. So you don't need to hire more people. This application is able to bring all of these different forms from different banks to the same common format and make the job easy. AI is also disrupting the biometric payment space, natural language processing. So you can say from your SBI account, you want to transfer so much money to so and so account. You can just by speech, by voice, make a payment. So voice recognition is possible. Facial recognition may be used to enable you to log into the application. You can place your finger and get access to the app, iris recognition. So this actually helps in uh, reducing the fraudulent activities. Even though somebody holds username and password, he cannot log in unless your voice is recognized or your face is recognized or your fingerprint is recognized. These AI-powered solutions offer enhanced security and convenience, allowing users to authenticate transactions quickly and efficiently. You also have voice assistants, most of you must be knowing Alexa, Google Assistant, Siri. They have become very popular, and voice payments now are more accessible. So, payments, they are like contactless payments. So, they allow customers to make transactions by speaking to a voice assistant. So, according to Government of India Ministry of Electronics and IT, the total number of digital transactions crossed a whopping 90 billion mark in 2022-23 financial year. And every online transaction requires a robust fraud detection system. So, according to Union Finance Ministry statement to the Parliament, I just collected this from the article which is quoted at the bottom. So, it is said that the number of fraud cases related to UPI transactions in India have increased. So, you can imagine 90 billion transactions and very few frauds, but even these frauds have to be reduced. So that is the reason why we need to focus on uh, reducing the frauds in the digital financial transactions. And by now you must have understood large data is collected. Every person, if he performs 5 or 6 transactions a day, the related data is all collected, and like this for all customers in the bank or all customers who pay to a mall or all customers who used a phone pay or a Google Pay application, the number of transactions, all this is nothing but huge amount of data that is generated. Now for this we need to have very good artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms. They are called as AI/ML algorithms. These are essentially used for recognizing patterns and trends and offer some suggestions or alerts for any future events that are going to happen. So, in addition to these detection of fraudulent activities, Customer experience is becoming more and more important these days. Once he wants to perform a transaction, how easily, with less amount of time, with no knowledge about technology, how comfortably he's able to make the transaction is what is becoming more important. This is called as customer experience. And now AI is also learning trends and patterns about transactions to improve this customer experience. So for this purpose, chatbots, they are actually being programmed. So according to a study by Juniper, the usage of chatbots will end up saving banks up to $7.3 billion worldwide by the end of this year, which means a time saving of 862 million hours, almost half a million years of work. So what are these days when you visit a web page, a chatbot may pop up, and now it may give some irrelevant answers. That's fine, but it is just the beginning. But in future, AI-based chatbots will really help out the customers a lot. And normally there are many payment methods available, and customer may be confused on which one to do, how to do. So chatbots can actually help these customers to identify the appropriate mode of payment, okay, and executing the payment. And these modern chatbots, AI-based chatbots, can also connect bank accounts, digital wallets, and lot of other services, so that the ease of payment is experienced by the customers. Online ticket booking. Most of us have experienced this. So, so now you must have seen dynamic pricing. So each time you search the website, okay, the prices tend to change. Now, how these AI-based modules can help a customer? So one is personalized recommendations. So based on your past bookings, these AI programs can analyze those bookings and your search history and the preferences to provide some personal recommendation for a particular flight or a hotel where your destination is, and also some travel arrangements like pick up from the airport, dropping to the hotel, or some address given by you. Then price optimization. So it may so happen that uh, you may have flight service provider 1, flight company 2, flight company 3. Now these AI based programs can find out the optimized cost of the airline which provides you the ticket with the lowest fare. And company point of view, dynamic pricing is also AI based. So depending on the cookies you have on the device, so depending on the searches you are making, they can push you a relevant price to gain profits. We have also chatbots in online ticket booking portals and virtual assistants. They are all AI powered again. They answer questions, they can provide some customer support, and sometimes they also use natural language processing to understand your questions and give personalized responses. There are many payment methods. Most of us are using these in our day-to-day activities. So Google Pay, it uses machine learning to detect fraudulent transactions. And this platform, it analyzes the aggregate transaction patterns of millions of users to highlight any suspicious activities. Similarly, the app will also flash a warning to the user making a payment to a particular contact, so and so contact number, and may even vibrate to get the user's attention in some cases. So that behind all these alerts and activities, there are AI programs. PhonePe, this is an Indian company and it has over 300 million users. And to make the customers' life easy, they have also tied up with Flipkart and they invested in FreddyBot, a chatbot, which now solves 80% of the customer queries that come online without any human interference. And this bot actually answers all kinds of queries like balance information, login issues, payment processes, etc. Paytm also uses AI services for accurate risk assessments, fraud detection, and data driven investment related insights. And GST, the Goods and Services Tax Department, is also implementing advanced AI and data analytics system to scrutinize the GST returns and monitor any discrepancies. In the Deccan Herald, this news has come. India is the first country to use AIML in the tax assessment. And most of you, while filing the tax, must have recently observed, like all our data is, like wherever we have already made some payments, they all are replicated in the portal. All said and done, almost every digital transaction related provider, service provider, is now crawling our data and data driven decisions are being taken. So, how secure is our data? How secure are these apps? How private is our data? There might be many data breaches. So, if you have time, you can go through a website called SNUSbase. Okay, that website tells you about the most recent data breaches, the data that has the website which was hacked, and the data that was publicly announced. It's a database breach search engine. And tracking and profiling, you have many applications. Not just that, many people, they send you some links and they ask you to click on the link saying you won a lottery or you can buy a good for a lower cost. Now, when you click on the link, they know which browser you are using, which OS you are using, which device you are using, which location you are at. Lot of data can be tracked. And so, same is the case with the service providers. So, wherever you are making a payment, the location is known to them, and a lot of data about you is known to them. So, third party sharing. So, how ensured you are that when you provide data to some app, they are going to retain it only for their use, for your benefit. But no, how do you know whether they are sharing it with other parties? And no anonymity, so everything is known to the other people about the transactions that you do. If it is paper based money, when you purchase some goods, when you purchase a cool drink, okay, that's the end of it. Once you hand over the money, there are no traces that it was in your hands. But when it comes to digital money, so people know, some provider, service provider knows that you purchased a cool drink, you purchased a coconut, you purchased some vegetables, you purchased a book. So no anonymity. Then surveillance and government access to all the data is always there. There are social engineering and phishing activities always happening. So, what is social engineering? Somebody can make a phone call to you and say, you have not claimed your money for insurance, it has matured. So, we are sending you an OTP. Tell us so that we verify that it is you. Now, they'll send you an OTP. You'll phone them and tell them this is the OTP. So, they're going to use that OTP to withdraw money from your bank account. As simple as that. So this is called as phishing activity, or through voice it is done, so it is called phishing also. They may send you an email and say, in the name of your friend, and say that friend has lost his purse and all the suitcase. He is in some different place. He wants money badly. So some bank account number is given, or some link is given, to which you are required to post your information. So like this, there are a lot of phishing activities through mail, through SMS, or through a phone call. These are all called as social engineering attacks. Similarly, location tracking. So when you're using an app for payment, or you say sometimes some apps make it compulsory to set your geolocation on. So location tracking is always possible by any application that asks permission for the geolocation. Lack of consent and control. So normally to use the app, we just say, I agree the terms. I agree, I have read the policy, privacy policy document, and I give my consent. But actually we don't go through all the terms and conditions because we need the app code. But then we give permissions to access all our data or most of the data. You might be surprised to see even weather apps, they ask for your contact, they ask for access to your uh, storage space, they ask access to your mic. Why would a weather app require all these mic and camera access? And very weak security practices. Normally, we don't properly configure our applications. We just load the mobile app and start using it. Then we have,
Ma'am, we have last couple of minutes left.
sure, sure. So we have a lot of privacy issues when transferring data across the border. When the website belongs to other country server and we are making the payments. Similarly, security issues, there are many. There might be data breaches, phishing attacks, social engineering. In addition to that, clicking on some link, some malware or ransomware may get into your system. Or if you leave the terminal after logging in, not logging out, okay, somebody can now refresh, and then start using that account. Or there might be man in the middle attack. So when you're performing a transaction with a server, somebody can intercept the data and know the sensitive data. There might be card skimming in the ATM machines, or identity thefts, means somebody can get hold of your username and passwords and behave as though it is you and access your account, have unauthorized access, or there might be fake mobile apps, which wherein you'll provide your actual username and password, and they in turn will catch hold of those usernames and passwords and log in the regular app. So SIM swapping, eavesdroppings on the public Wi-Fi. So the future of digital payments in India as such looks very promising, because we most of the Indians, we are technology savvy and we quickly adapt to anything which is new and which is interesting. And AI-based technology products are also evolving at a very fast pace, and especially in the payment industry, in the digital transactions industry, there will be a lot of advancement because of AI, whether be it to increase the comfort of the user or to save, to generate profits to the organizations like banks, or whatever the reason, AI will play a key role in the future digital transactions. So that's all from my side, and thank you so much.
Much, ma'am. We should thank you for all this information. Because we don't have much time, I would like to ask you one question. Ma'am, we have talked a lot about the advantages of artificial intelligence. Are there any disadvantages as well? And what makes it so safe and secure?
Yes, artificial intelligence mostly means making a machine learn from the data provided and then update on its own. So it's something like this: a small kid, 2, 3 year old kid, he doesn't know what is dog and what is cat. And if you're training him, showing him a picture book saying this is cat in the front pose, this is cat with the tail on, this is cat. So show him some 10 pictures of cats and tell him this is a cat. Then he'll know, he'll learn that cat has these kinds of features. And when he's given a new photograph, he can automatically identify this is a cat. But then what if you train him, showing him pictures of dog and say this is cat, this is cat, this is cat. Then that wrong, you know, training is given to the model so that he predicts, okay, he predicts that any dog, actual dog, is treated as he predicts it to be a cat. So there are possibilities that some hacker or someone, may purposefully train the model wrongly so that the predictions might be in his favor instead of the actual decisions.
Okay.
So a lot of adversary, we have a lot of new jargon these days coming up, saying ethical AI, responsible AI, accountable AI, trustable AI. So that itself shows AI is equally dangerous too. But then there are technologies coming out to verify these AI models as well.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for clarifying the
Thank,
query. Thank you for
thank
being
you.
with us today and for each and every word you gave to all our viewers. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Namaskar, everyone.
Namaskar. Thank you to all the viewers for being a part of this program. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this program. This was our day 4, where we discussed digital financial transactions in the era of artificial intelligence. So let me show you, if you have not registered or participated yet in this online training, that how you can do that. On your browser, any of the browser, just type CIET and you will see this front page. You can see the menu bar. In the events option, go to the third last menu. That would be workshop/training. Once you click on it, another page will open. Scroll it down. In the current activity, on the right side, you can see the online training going on, which is on online financial security. Please click on it. Once you do, here are all the details about this online training: the schedule, why is it so, what is the importance, the objectives, who all can participate, and the schedule in detail. About the experts also, it's mentioned. Here comes the QR code. So once you scan this QR code, you can register yourself or simply click on this form, on this link, and a form will be opened and you can fill the form. Please make sure that you're putting correct information with correct spellings. So whatever you will put in the form, that would be used for your certificate. Once you scroll it down, here is the space where the quiz link will be given to you tomorrow, once we'll be done with the program, the last day. And if you have not seen the earlier sessions, now I'm talking about day 1, 2 and 3, please click here and you will see a playlist where all the sessions will be there. NCRT Official is our YouTube channel. If you have any feedback, any queries, any suggestions, advices, click on this and simply write it to us. We'll be more than happy to receive your suggestions. And this is the email ID, one and the only email ID, which is training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in. This is all about our online training going on. So please be alert and watch all the earlier programs if you have missed in case. So tomorrow we'll come back with another topic, and the topic would be Aadhaar and digital financial transactions. That would be the day 5. We'll come back sharp at 4 o'clock on the same platform, which is NCRT Official, and we'll be discussing this topic with our expert. For your questions, we are always here. So I hope that you have registered yourself, and if not, then you will register by now. Our next program is another special program, which is Sayog, Guidance for Mental Well-Being of the Children. Let me just tell you, the topic of discussion would be infatuation among adolescents, understanding the roller coaster of emotions. It's a very important topic. Keep your questions ready. For now, we're wrapping up this particular program, but for NCERT textbooks information, we keep and try and repeat this information in each and every program of ours. You can buy these textbooks throughout the India. They are available. Either you can simply download the PDF version of these books from NCERT Diksha or ePathshala website or their mobile applications, or you can go to the website, that is ncertbooks.ncert.gov.in. Place an order and you will get the books at your doorstep. Apart from that, you can simply go to the sales counter, which are open from 9:30 to 6 p.m. Multiple options, and I really hope that you're going to buy these books very, very soon. Thank you so much once again. Please take care. Have a great day ahead. I'm Tanvi Khurana. I'll take a leave of you. Namaskar.